Yes, it's Joe. I remember this. And also this. Fuck yes, it's Joe. My ass. All this are fake. Let me show you what really happens in The Last of Us Part 2. We start off with Joe the patriarchy explaining what happened in Part 1, which seems reasonable, right? We saved Ellie and we went back to Tommy's base and we tell them the story about it. Then we have this amazing view showing the base, then we talk to Ellie for a little bit. Then 4 years pass and we start playing as Ellie. The graphic looks pretty good, very detailed, and we can even see the robot toy from Sam in Part 1. Then we jump to this gorilla named Abby and we start playing from here. And we jump back to Ellie again, and a few minutes later we find a fucking bomb.
Bong was Eugene's.
But more important is that we found some weed, and then we smoke some weed and we have this lesbian sex scene, but we cannot show it because it's reified woman. Then we jump back to this gorilla again, and then Tommy and Joe the patriarchy shows up, as you can see, and they save the gorilla.
We're gonna have to run!
Then we switch back to Ellie again, and this Asian shows up and tells us that Joe is in trouble.
Kidding me.
That's right. Are you fucking kidding me? What the fuck is this? Messy as shit. Then we switch back to that gorilla again, and the craziest shit happened. Take a look at this. Yeah, right. Joe the patriarchy. Walk to the center and make yourself at home. Take a look at Tommy. He acts like he's in a fucking pub or some shit like that. And of course we're gonna introduce ourselves to some random armed group. Happen to show up near our home base. Yeah, right. Say it. He's Joe the patriarchy. And then he was like, oh fuck, I forgot how I survived for the past years all of the sudden. And then this fucking gorilla grabs a shotgun and shoots Joe the patriarchy. And I'm sure Tommy did not see she grabbed the shotgun because he's blind. Then they beat the shit out of Tommy. Then we see this Spanish speaking motherfucker, which we'll get into later, hold Joe the patriarchy down. Then we see this fucking gorilla grabs their golf clubs. Don't ask me why animal knows how to use two, because everyone is equal. Then we switch back to Ellie again and we are trying to save Joe the patriarchy. Yeah, of course, show it to me. Zoom in too because it's necessary. Then we go on the road of revenge and we found this dead white guy and another white guy on the floor. Then we run into this scene which we kill more white guys. And we're gonna stab it a couple times and show how he died because everyone is equal. Then we're gonna have this horse explode because everyone is equal. Then we're gonna show Tommy's horse too because the rule of everyone is equal. And when you question yourself, why do I have to take this dog shit? They do realize, so they give you some part 1. Since this is something we care, I'm gonna quickly go through the story. It's Ellie's birthday and clearly Joe already taught Ellie how to swim and play guitar. We have many lovely scenes to show their interaction.
It's a dinosaur!
Yeah, it is. What are you doing? Ellie, be careful.
I'm climbing a dinosaur!
Yeah, I can see that. Just don't die falling off of one.
Look at me! I'm on a motherfucking dinosaur!
You doing?
Oh, wait. One of the dinosaurs is here. Joel, it's for you.
Very funny.
Hey, Joel.
Ellie.
Don't you dare take it off. My birthday, my rules.
Watch your head.
Whoa. What the heck?
Oh! Okay. Wow.
Wow.
Did you look at all these buttons?
Oh, it's so badass.
Take it. Close your eyes.
It'll be worth it.
Okay.
Ignition sequence start. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff. 32 minutes past the hour. Liftoff on Apollo 11.
I do okay.
Are you fucking kidding me?
You're welcome, kiddo.
Right after you experience this, you switch back to Ellie. You play a little and this happened. Alright, stop right there. I know what you're thinking.
Surprise, motherfucker!
Yes, they fucking lie in that trailer. They know it's shit. So they give you this car chasing gameplay and pretend that didn't happen. But at this point, we really don't care anymore. And they know that. So they give you some more part 1. Now this is something we care. So we're gonna spend some time watching that.
I'm feeling
Joe, Tommy and Ellie is out together. Tommy teaches some shooting lessons. On the way back to Joe, Tommy says something and he's trying to break the ice between Ellie and Joe.
But if you don't talk to him, he's gonna think something's wrong.
I'd talk to him.
Well, you have to do more than hi and bye.
Okay, I will try. Well, hello.
Howdy.
You impressed?
Nope. You're just too skinny. You need to eat more.
You're welcome. After you took me out of the Firefly Hospital, you said there were dozens of people like me.
Yeah? Yeah, that's what they told me.
I've never met another immune person before. Have you?
I could be hiding it. You do.
Do you believe that?
Is now really the time for this?
We traveled across the entire country to bring me to the Fireflies. I had so many questions for them. Why did you pull me out of there while I was still unconscious?
Because I let them run their tests. And when I saw that they were useless, I got us out of there.
How do you know they were useless? Maybe if you just would have given them more time, they could have figured something out.
There was no cure. There's nothing that could help these people or anybody else. I know you wish things were different. I wish things were different. But they ain't. And we need to get these kids back to their families. Is there something else you'd like to rehash?
No.
Good. Come on.
And after that we switch back to now and we play as Ellie. Then we see this that we have to remove the arrow when we are shot. Otherwise it will keep doing damage, but we don't really care anymore. Then we run into this Asian and we are gonna kill her. Also we are going to see how she dies slowly. And we are gonna call her stupid because everyone is equal and they don't like Asian.
That was dumb. Yeah, that's obviously what I meant.
Then we run into this black woman, but we cannot kill her because Black Lives Matter, so she ran away. But she must be dead, so they make her and Ellie jump into sports. So she can die because she will eventually be dead, not because we kill her. But then we still kill her because everyone is equal. But we are not gonna show it because Black Lives Matter. And they know it's absolute fucking shit, so they give you some more part 1 to pretend it didn't happen. To be honest, bringing more part 1 will only makes me hate it even more. But this is very last part 1 we can find, so we're still gonna see what happened.
Even if we found her, or by some miracle found someone else that's immune, it'd make no difference. Because the only person who could develop a vaccine is dead.
Come here. What the hell are you thinking? Running off in the middle of the night like that. You talk to me. You don't just leave me a goddamn note.
Tell me what happened here. If you lie to me one more time, I'm gone. You will never see me again. But if you tell me the truth, I'll go back to Jackson. No matter what it is. Just say it. Joel.
Making a vaccine would have killed you. So I stopped them.
Oh my God. Don't you fucking touch me! I'll go back. But we're done.
And right after that, we're gonna remind you that we don't like Asian, but everyone is equal.
I mean, you're handsome and whatever, but I'm not into your type.
What, Asians?
Yeah, that's obviously what I meant.
So that Asian designed to split up. The game knows it's shit, so it gives you this bold gameplay, but we don't care anymore. And after that, we're gonna kill a dog, despite the tons of dogs that are killed on the way. And we're gonna call the dog stupid because everyone is equal.
Shit. Stupid dog.
Then we
You
run
guys
into
can't
this
survive
woman
this, I
and
just
white
heard.
guy. And we're gonna kill the white guy because everyone is equal. Then we're gonna kill the woman for a different reason, which we'll get into later. Of course, we're gonna go handle the white guy one more time because the rule of everyone being equal. Then we switch back to Asian and Ellie, and this time the Asian will die because everyone is equal. And we're gonna zoom on that because they don't like Asian.
Yeah, that's obviously what I meant.
From now on, we play as Gorilla. We don't care about the story, so we're gonna skip most of it.
You're a piece of shit.
Abby.
And this fucking scene is very important. It reminds you that Abby is a sad person. So we're gonna show it 3 times. And right after that we're gonna show you how we beat up Joe the patriarchy. And of course we're gonna see this Spanish speaking dirty fuck cunt spit on Joe the patriarchy. After that we're gonna see some more Spanish on the English subtitle because everyone is equal. And he's like, may your muscle be strong, gorilla. Then we're back at base and we run into this Asian and we're gonna say it in your face.
Fucking video games.
Then we run into the basement and see some white guys being tortured because everyone is equal. Then we see some more white guys being tortured because...
You're a piece of shit, Abby.
Then we see a black guy torture white guy because Black Lives Matter. Then we find out that he's the leader. We need this because everyone is equal. But the black leader needs the gorilla because...
You're a piece of shit, Abby.
Then we switch to this who know what. But what we know is that we are not gonna open that door. Instead we are gonna show the gorilla power.
Fucking video games.
May your muscle be strong. Then we run into gorilla number 2. And they were like, I'm number 1. No, I'm the number 1. Then Abby figures that this gorilla don't listen. So Abby said, if you don't use it, then take it off. And Abby bites off the ear. Then no one cares. Then gorilla got caught and she cannot die because everyone is equal. So we're gonna break this Asian arm instead and we're gonna show it because we don't like Asian.
Yeah, that's obviously what I meant.
And then we run into gorilla number 3 and show who is the number 1. And we're gonna carry this Asian to show the gorilla power. And we're gonna teach you some lesson on how to grow up.
Try it.
If you ask me why lesbian sex scene mean rarefied woman and gorilla fucking is okay, it's because it's a gorilla world and everyone is equal. Then we're gonna remind you that gorilla is sad, and this time we're gonna show some Asian being hanged because we don't like Asian. And we're gonna zoom on that because everyone is equal. Then there's so many more examples, so we're gonna make fun of Asian because they don't speak English.
What is that? A quarter. A quarter of what?
And the game knows this is fucked up, so we show that gorilla is sad. Remember I said she did not die because everyone is equal? Here's the reason. Because she doesn't buy the gorilla bullshit.
But I don't.
You're a piece of shit, Abby.
And we show that gorilla is sad, and one of those 2 Asian little girl is a he. If this is he and this is she, then this is why. And we run into this gorilla cannot die, so the dirty fuck die instead. And we're gonna show it because everyone is equal. And the Asian die because we don't like Asian. And this happened but the gorilla cannot die. So they make the black leader die. But we're just gonna show him in some random spot. And we cannot show it because Black Lives Matter. Then we're gonna put some bullet hole in that Asian dead body because everyone is equal. And we're gonna play with his mouth to show some gorilla power. Then we're gonna show the dead body of the dog, the dead body of that white guy, and the dead body of that woman again. Because everyone is equal. Oops, I forgot to show the Asian too. And because gorilla cannot die, all this cannot happen. Instead, gorilla is gonna beat the shit out of Ellie and then try to kill this black girl because black leader was trying to kill gorilla. And it fucking wakes up with a fucking baby. Look at the baby, he's like, you dumb shit who buy this game are motherfucking stupid. And when you think this is the end, it's fucking not. We're gonna show you Joe the patriarchy death one more time because everyone is equal and you are motherfucking shit. And then Tommy shows up and he's like, hey, I found that gorilla, you coming? And they're like, we're done with revenging. Tommy lost one eye and one leg and the story is shit and the gorilla win.
What a joke.
And Tommy is right, what a fucking joke and fuck you, fuck off. And the game knows it's shit, so let you play as Ellie again and show some more white guys die because everyone is fucking equal. And we found gorilla and fight with her, but gorilla cannot die, so she fucking bites off Ellie's finger just like a fucking animal. And Ellie let her go because she cannot pick guitar anymore. If you played the game through here, congratulations, this is a fucking achievement. So we're gonna give you some part 1 one last time to pretend all that fucking dog shit didn't happen. And hopefully now you support the fucking gorilla. Overall, this game is a garbage, a disappointment, and a fucking disgrace. I'll give Feminism Parfait Part 2 a 2 for the 2 fingers that fucking gorilla bite off. Last but not least, make sure you remember this fucking name.